Anderson here for New Month Numerology. We're here with EWN's very favorite numerologist, Michele Landers. We're looking at the December forecast. Wow, hard to believe we're here, Michele.
Hello, Ruth. And yes, as I was writing this, I was saying, I cannot believe it. Time seems to be speeding up. But what I am happy about is I think this month we might have a little bit of respite, despite everything that's been going on. So let's get to it. I dressed within the spirit and the energy of the month, which I hope is uplifting and joyful. So as the song goes, right? It's the most wonderful time of the year. And guess what? This year, this month, that is mostly true. So the month, for the most part, gives us this breathing room with really some uplifting energy. There's strong galactic energies that continue to stream into our planet, which is shifting our experiences of time and reality and helping us spiritually expand. And this has been going on for a while, and it's going to continue into the next decade. So let's just get to it. So November was kind of intense. I think everybody would agree. And numerologically and astrologically, December, I feel the thought I had or the vision I had is kind of like new fallen snow. It's a little bit softer. It's just a little bit nicer. It brings in more love, more harmony than any of the other months. And that's because of not only the numbers, but some of the astrological transits. So we have Venus in Libra, and those are two planets of beauty and love. And then we have Jupiter going direct. But before I get into that, why did I even start that? I want to talk about the numbers. Also, I just want to remind everyone, this is such a great month to manifest because of the energies, galactic energies and the numerological energies. Really, really, really wonderful month to do visualizations. So December is 12, but it is actually in combination. It's a one universal month in combination with the 7 universal year. If you add 7 to 12, you get 19. 1 and 9 is 1. So mentally and emotionally, we are ready to let go of the past year. We're ready to begin something new. But the energies that are operating right now are just telling us, well, give it some thought. Give some thought to what has transpired, what we've learned about ourselves this past year. I think it's important that we ask ourselves the question, have we had any revelations? Have we had any not redesigning, but thinking about the things that have happened this year? Do we want to change anything? What revelations have we received? And I think for many of us, there have been. I know I have shifted in a few ways, and it's like a diamond, in order to get a diamond, it has to be pressed and pressured. The coal has to be pressed and pressured, and that's kind of what's been going on this year. Have we re-examined our belief systems? So the divine energy that we've been experiencing this year, the downloads, it's, as the saying goes, it's kind of shaken us to awaken us. Because the number 7 has this Neptunian energy, which cautions us to not believe everything we see, to rely more on our own inner intuition. And it's brought up, I think, for many of us, decisions to be made or evaluating the decisions we've made, aimed at the really important areas of our life. It's been a very, very, very spiritual year. And I know that some people are saying, Michele, what do you mean? How could this be? How could that be with all the anger and the violence and the deceit and the upheavals, politically, physically on Earth with all this strange weather? But it's all been purposeful. And again, to awaken us, to remind us, to strengthen us within and our connection to the divine, and understand how little control we have on others and the outside world. But to look past the illusions and to also remind us, if we want peace, it has to begin with us. And I could talk about that for easily an hour, because we believe that we're being very spiritual, and then sometimes we're still many times, because we're human, we're very much in judgment. And that kind of negates that wanting to spread peace in this world when we're judging other things. It kind of counteracts it. But I think I just started to go off in a different direction, so I'm going to get back to December. So December also resonates to the number 12 as the numbers 3, 2, and 1. And in combination, those numbers brings us new energy, new ideas, believe it or not, more cooperation, better communication, creativity, and one of my favorite words that goes along with the number 3, joy. But this month also calls for action, but it's more, I just want to make this clear, it's more of a thinking action and about ideas than physical action. Right now, that's the way I see it, because 2024, which I can't wait to start talking about, that is more about putting those ideas and thoughts into physical action. 8 is a very physical oriented, very powerful year. So I would also invite people to think about whether or not there are any dependencies in your life that you're still hanging on to. And if the answer is yes, then this is a perfect time to realign how you think about your life and how you think about your relationships. And what in your life needs a breath of fresh air? So December is a time where creativity, communication, social interactions are emphasized. And some people might be saying, okay, well, that's all the time. But this year, especially in combination with the universal year, again, it's like giving us a bit of a breath of fresh air. And not that there won't be some hiccups, and I'll talk about them, but for the most part, it's more uplifting. It's also a month of more self-reliance, but with the number 2 at play here, we're reminded that even though, excuse me, we are independent, we do need one another. So the emphasis is on interdependence, not codependence. So I want people to think about that. There's a big difference. So let's begin again with the number 12, which resonates. Oh, I have my tarot cards here. Right. Okay, so this is, it's hard. Yeah, there we go. It's the hangman. So people go, oh, the hangman. No, the hangman is, when you work with the hangman in a positive way, it's about wisdom. It's about discernment. It's about intuition. It's about divination. And it's also about patience. So this month is a wonderful month for us, again, to step into that beautiful feeling of the holidays and the energy behind that. But also have patience. Don't try to push anything. It's a great, great month for creativity. And again, about ideas. Inspiring words come up for me, which is also why this is such a great month for writers, for writing, period, for journaling and creating. And it can also signify the birth of something new, something fresh, new opportunities. And then we have the number 21, which has many of the same characteristics of 12, but the thing about 21, it's a little bit more, it's more poetic, it's a little softer. And the reason for that, a short little information about numerology, is 21 as opposed to 12, 2 leads. So it's 21, 2 is about cooperation, 2 is sensitive, and the number 12 leads with the number 1, which is more outgoing. Just a little numerology teaching moment. So in the tarot, the card number 21 is the world. And I love that card. It represents prosperity and success. Its vibrational energy aligns with the ending of one cycle and the beginning of another. And again, the number 2 represents balance, cooperation, and harmony, while the 1 symbolizes ambition, leadership, and independence. And together, this is such a powerful combination. So it's time to think outside the box. Be inspired. Be inspiring. Ask yourself, how can I bring more joy into my life? And very importantly, the lives of others. So then we have the third card of the tarot, which is the Empress. And the Empress is fruitful and happy and creative. And here's this theme going on this month. It's associated with the arts and humanities. And I think we're going to get so many new shows coming out, new entertainment. You know, it's almost like being bombarded with the entertainment field, the humanities. Now, 3, the Empress, is also abundant. Now, the US, as an aside, because what I've been talking about is for us individually and the world energy, but the US is under the influence of the 3 for December. And that's why I was thinking about all the entertainment and all that that's going to come out. So those attributes are really highlighted, you know, for the United States this month. So if we are working with the 3 in a positive way, it's very uplifting, it's new ideas, it's joyful, it's a playful time, a creative time, and also a time when words are going to be really, really important. It's new business. And here's the challenge, though, with the 3. If you're focusing on the positive attributes, which I just talked about, that's great. The challenge of the 3, though, is being superficial or being scattered or being untruthful. But honestly, I'm choosing to focus on all of the positive attributes of the 3. I'm not sure why I decided to throw this in, but the US is entering a brand new 9-year cycle in 2024. We're going to be in a 1 year, but again, we're going to talk about that in January. So let's go over. Yeah. I'm excited about the year coming up. So today, December 1st, Mercury enters Capricorn. So today and tomorrow, December 2nd, is really a time to get work done. It's kind of, to one degree or another, like a nose to the grindstone, you know, type of energy. And it kind of continues on the 3rd, which the 3rd may feel a little bit frustrating. But some astrologers are saying that date can bring out like obsessions or even paranoia or secrets coming out again. I'm not quite sure about that, but I'm putting it out there just so people are aware. Now, the 4th of December to all the way through the 29th of December, Venus is in Scorpio. Now, there's a lot of characteristics about that, but I do like it. It's a very provocative, though, type of energy, an intimate energy, very passionate. Your emotions can be triggered, but maybe in a really good way. Your passions can be in overdrive. I mean, this is like a great month to indulge your passions and your romantic life if you have an active one, which I don't, which I wish I did, because this would be a great month. Just as far as your passions go, just a little cautionary note all the time: don't go overboard or go to extremes or become obsessive. Then the 5th and the 6th, we have Neptune that goes direct. So what do we know about Neptune? Neptune is dreamy, it's illusionary. And so it's a great time to pursue your dreams. We can receive these galactic downloads if we just pay a little bit of attention and get really, quiet, go within, and that'll raise our vibrations, and we can get even more clarity about things by wanting to tap into that. So I would suggest to people that when they do meditate, which is something I always suggest that you do every day, focus on that, the galactic downloads and the galactic energy, and be receptive to it. And I guess I can say that on the 6th, it seems like something is going to be made clear to us, whatever that may be. The 7th and the 8th, Mercury trines Jupiter. Now, Mercury is mind, Jupiter is expansive. And even if you don't know a lot about astrology, if you just kind of get to know the keywords, you can understand a little bit about it. So Mercury is mind, Jupiter is expansive. So it's an analytical energy, but it's great for getting ideas from others, getting good news, getting news out there, reaching out to others, putting your analytical mind forward, reaching out, networking, doing research. And the 7th and the 8th are both pretty high energy, good energy days. Now, on the 9th, be careful, because you can have too much fun. I don't know. Is there such a thing? I guess. I don't think so, but be careful of, again, overdoing it, overspending, too much indulgence. The same thing on the 10th. And on the 11th, again, lovely energy. So where are these hiccups? Okay, they're coming. So lovely energy, nice energy, caring and sharing. On the 12th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius, and Jupiter trines Mercury. And it feels like we will all be in touch with our values, our ideals. I'm not sure what will happen, but I think we'll be more in touch with what's important to us, where we want our life to go. How do we feel about our life? It's a good day for travel. It's a good day for educating yourself. Should be a very good day for foreign countries. The only caveat, here's the little hiccup. The caveat here is that new moon is going to be very close to Mars. And we know what Mars is. Mars is that, well, it's known as the warring planet. And so that can also bring out this kind of war-like energy, like jealousy or revenge or hostility. And there is one, I can't remember her name. I think it's Debbie something. Anyway, she's a psychic, and she's saying that it has to do, again, this isn't what I'm finding, but it has to do with poison. And I'm just curious to see how that shakes out. And the reason I'm saying that is because I do know that numerologically, it's also a 13 4-day and 13 is about transformation. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm just throwing it out there. So there'll be new beginnings, connections with our ideals. It's growth oriented. Also, a part of the world on the 12th that's highlighted is Asia and China, and there could be some stuff going on there. And again, I guess you could throw that poison stuff into it. So something going on. The 13th, December 13th to January 1st, we have Mercury in retrograde. So I know people get fearful about it, but you really don't have to get fearful about it. All Mercury's in retrograde suggests us to do over and over again is just, it's a kind of a do-over. Retrogrades are always a do-over or a look again or look back at. So Mercury in retrograde means we might have to make adjustments. It's about communication. Again, when it goes retrograde, you really have to check and double check anything that has to do with communication. Well, that's pretty much everything. Well, unless you're going to stay like a hermit in your house for the whole month and don't use the computer, don't answer the phone, you won't have any interaction. So it doesn't always affect people. Why? I'm not sure, but I do know that it's like the full moon and the emergency room. Over and over again, nurses and doctors will say at a full moon, there's always an increase in accidents or people coming in, to the ER. So it's the same kind of thing. There's more breakdowns of either computers or phones or miscommunication. So if you have documents to sign, if you absolutely have to sign them during this time, I really, really highly suggest that you just go over and over and over them, especially with finances this time of the year, travel documents, that kind of thing. And make sure you're backing up everything. Every time I remind myself of this, because I remember an episode of Sex in the City when Carrie didn't back up all of her writings and she freaked out. So we don't want that. The 18th, it's a lucky day, a happy day. Mercury trines Jupiter. 12:20, Jupiter goes direct. That's a really great energy. And then on the 21st, Venus opposes Uranus, and so that can mean some shakeups. And then we have, again, the 21st and the 22nd. I mean, it could be some travel issues. And I think in combination with the fact that there's travel issues, it's more people are traveling. So they kind of all go together. So a little more conflicts, more delays. If you don't have to travel, then, don't. And also on the 22nd, we have Sun and Mercury that come together in what's called Cazimi. And Cazimi is a turning point. It's a crucial moment in the cycle of any planet. And it occurs when a planet forms this exact conjunction with the sun. So that's pretty good. It could be something having to do with world events also, right? Around that or the 23rd. Then the 24th to the 25th, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, which I'm so excited about this energy because I have 16 people coming over and I want it to be a good energy day. So excuse me. So it is Sun sextile Saturn, and it's a nice energy for Christmas. The 24th, it's always good to do visualizations, but the 24th is very powerful for that. It's good energy. It's relaxing energy. It's even romantic, connecting with others, especially inspiring people, individuals, people with wisdom. And right around the full moon, the full moon is on the 26th. The full moon, again, the full moon is, you can connect that to waters, and you're going to talk about water, you're going to talk about emotion. So it could be exaggeration of emotions. So it's a good energy and kind of a challenging energy, because it's the full moon in Cancer. And that is very watery and very emotional. And so when I say water, I also have to talk about weather water. So it could be surprise, major storms, other things having to do with water around the full moon. And Cancer, the full moon in Cancer, the moon is in her own sign. So again, it could intensify emotions. So we just have to be very conscious of that. And it's a day after Christmas, and sometimes people are exhausted or emotional. And it also try to avoid traveling if possible, not so much the 26th, but the 28th. And then on the 30th, we have Jupiter station direct, and that is very powerful. And things are going to start moving forward. But listen to this, it represents abundance, expansion, and growth. So I feel like the month ends with a very, very, very happy ending and positive. And I love that. So that pretty much wraps it up for the month. And I'm excited about the new year to come. I don't think that everything is going to be raindrops and roses, but if that's the expression, but I know that things are shifting again. So I appreciate sharing the information with EWN, with you, Ruth, and EWN, and thank you. And everybody have a beautiful holiday, whatever holiday that you celebrate. God bless you all.
Oh, thank you, Michele. First of all, thank you for an amazing 2 years that you've been doing your forecast with us. Love it.
Has it been?
Yep, it has been. And so excited that you're going to be back with us this coming year. So thrilled about that. But boy, December, it feels good. Like, bring it on.
Yeah.
And one thought that did come to me was, with all of the positive attributes that you said about December, all we have to do is get out of our own way, not hold on to the past, just let it go. If you need to do a meditation with Saint Germain or something, to just let it all go and step into your future, just embrace it and be excited about the positivity of it. So yay. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you. I was so excited about doing this month. And I think that, well, I'll have to use the word psychically. Before I even looked at the numbers, and maybe I'm just so used to doing numbers subconsciously, they're there. But before I even looked into this, I said, I think I feel good about December. And then apparently so do other astrologers as well. I mean, there are hiccups, but it just feels a little bit lighter, a little bit more uplifting. So I hope everybody taps into that energy, because we all certainly deserve it, right?
Yes, we've been waiting, and here it is. So yeah, thank you so much. Michele, what do you want folks to know about you before we get off here?
Okay, do we have a couple of minutes? Because I did want to talk about, if I would suggest to everyone, if they want to know their vibrations for the new year, get in touch with me. I am offering a special up until the 10th only. I'm offering $25 off a full chart, which is about 16 pages, and includes your destiny, why you are who you are, a lot of other aspects for you. And it also includes your 2024 forecast, or if you just want the forecast for 2024, and that's about 6 pages, I'm offering $15 off. But you have to email me or text me, and I'll give you that in a minute, because it's not on my website. Now, after the 10th, if you say, well, I still want a chart done and I still want the special, and you order it before the 10th, or you order it by the 10th, that's great. But after the 10th, I won't be able to have it ready for December. You know, I have to have a cutoff because too many charts to do. But if you can wait till January, that's great. What else did I want to say? Oh, if you go to my website, you know, michellelanders.com, and that's Michelle with one L, I do have on there just a couple of sentences about 2024 and your personal year. It's free to download. It's obviously not your full forecast, but it gives you a glimpse. And I give you very, very, very simple instructions on how to figure it out. And what's really nice about it is you can do anybody's numbers for the year. So it just gives you a little bit of a glimpse. And then I also have something else, which is gift giving by the numbers. And I love this, and that's free. You do have to email me for that too, because I don't think it's on the website right now. So I think that's it. Holiday shopping by the numbers, yeah. And of course, I'm always available for a 15-minute free consultation. If somebody wants to chit chat with me about numbers or coaching or hypnotherapy or they have a spiritual question. So that's it. MichelleLanders.com, Michelle Landers at bellsouth.net, and Michelle Landers at 954-444-6955. So thank you again for allowing me to present that information, Ruth.
Absolutely. Friends, do take advantage of these specials that Michelle is offering you. Her work is amazing. So please check her out. So friends, take good care. God bless. We will see you here again, beginning of January. So God bless. Enjoy the month. Make it everything you want it to be. So God bless. See you soon.
Bye.